What's up, YouTube? Joseph here, and I'm giving you guys a Harpie deck profile. Before I begin, I just wanted to let you guys know if you haven't checked the update video, you won't see any decode talkers because unfortunately I didn't get the structure deck. I just have to order them online now and have them shipped to me, and then I can properly do the deck profiles for the new starter decks. Go over the mechanic properly and have a proper board and everything for that. So I do apologize for the wait. So in the meantime, the last video I have posted was a deck analysis for Harpies from the OCG, and I built my version of it so that we can talk about it as well. Give me just one moment and I can go straight into the deck profile for you. Okay guys, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to skim through the deck, both main and extra, and then I'll talk about what choices I made to change it up from the other deck. Of course, we are TCG, so there's a large portion of differences between the two already. So let's begin. So for the monsters, I'm running triple Harpie Chandler. I'm running triple Harpie Dancer. I'm running 2 Harpies Harpist, 3 Harpie Lady 1, 3 Harpie Queen, 1 Harpie's Pet Dragon, 1 Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon, 1 Dragoonity Dark Spear, and 1 Elector, the Sovereign of Birds. For my spells, 3 Hysteric Sign, 2 Harpie's Hunting Ground, 1 Elegant Egotist, 1 Divine Wind of Mist Valley, 1 Raigeki, and 1 Dark Hole. So for our traps, triple Harpie's Feather Storm, triple Hysteric Party, double Anti-Spell Fragrance, double Call of the Haunted, Torrential, and Solemn. That's the main deck. For the extra, 2 Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, 2 Lightning Chidori, 1 Castel, 1 Ice Beast 05, 1 Daigusto Emerald, 1 Gagaga Cowboy, 1 Red Eyes Flare Metal, 1 Mega Phantom Beast Draco Sack, 1 Evil Swarm Ouroboros, 1 Korra Gorgon, the Anti-Luminescent Knight, 1 101 Silent Anarch, 1 Giant Hand, and 1 Ancient Pixie Dragon. Alright, so let's go over the deck as a whole. So, I run 15 Harpies, as we can all see. 3 Chandler, 3 Dancer, 3 Harpist, 3 Harpie Lady 1, and 3 Harpie Queen. This works for me. If it doesn't work for everybody else, that's perfectly fine, but this works for me. With Harpie Queen, you have a 19 beater, you have a free floater for Hysteric Party, and on top of that, I don't see why you would not run 3 of her. I'm going to say that as well for Dancer, because I like the fact that we have the 15 Harpie ladies in terms of that name, both in the graveyard and on the field. Harpie Queen being the first in our extravagant beater, and pretty much just a good setup monster on her own. I personally would not run more than 3 unless I'm building a hybrid deck, and even that sometimes there are a lot of tons of decks at this point. If you're gonna run threes of, you might as well run three of. If you're not, there's no point of getting upset about it. But that's just how everybody plays it. Everybody wants to play it differently. That's perfectly fine. But my preference is I play three queen. Um, Playing the triple Harpie Lady one because of the fact that I can move between vanilla Harpie Lady, cyber Harpie Lady, as frequently as I need to or want to. But just for this build, I wanted to give the additional attack. So that's pretty much why she's here. Harpist, outside of being the Winged Beast Scarm, well, the level 4 Winged Beast Scarm, she does have the ability that when she's level summoned, you can bounce a Winged Beast monster you control and a face-up monster your opponent controls back to hand. I.e., there's a reason why there's a Kaiju Harpie that running around, and it does exceptionally well in some cases because you can bounce Kaiju monster you just plopped on your opponent's side of the field, and then you can do the dancer combos and pretty much wipe the board clean. So, yeah. Next, triple Harpie dancer. Like I said, with Queen, I'm running 3 of. She can bounce back my wind monster. She can bounce herself back if she needs to. Harpie's Hunting Ground, just easier, more stuff to target. When I start destroying cells and traps. My biggest addition to this is the fact that she gets under bottomless. In some cases, some decks do play that, and she's only 1400 attack under Hunting Ground. With Harpie 1, it does become an issue because she'll be a 15 attacker. But outside of that, hey, if you want to be fancy, you can play, Inferno Reckless Summon and get a couple of these out. If you felt the need to. So, like, I'm still rocking the 3 of, like I said, with the Harpie Queen. So, yeah. Then, Harpie Chandler. And I said Harpie Chandler for last because I can also talk about Harpie's Pet Dragon and Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon. Some Harpie players do not run these dragons in the main deck because of one of Harpie Chandler's Blessings and Curse, which is if you control a dragon type monster, her level changes from 4 to 7. For some players, that is an issue because rank 4 spam, oops, I made a dragon exceed, now she's a dragon. And in cases now, that might also affect you with Link monsters. Link monsters don't have a level, so you're also kind of forced to deal with that problem as well. Unless Harpies get a Link monster of their own. Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon is kind of the Harpie's Pet Dragon we wish we had in terms of effects. Because it accumulates for the number of Harpie monsters you control outside of itself. 1, it becomes the attack target, so it's Marauding Captain. Number 2, well, not Marauding Captain, but more so of Crimson. No, Marauding Captain. I was trying to think of the other monster. Command Knight, Marauding Knight. I can't remember the monster, but if you can control 2 or more Harpie monsters, it's general attack and defense double. And if you control 3 or more, once a turn, it can destroy a spell or trap on the field. Any card your opponent controls on the field. Like I said, Harpie Dancer makes this card viable. You play 8 Elegant Egotist, right? You can play the combo as well. Harpie's Pet Dragon. If you had the effects of Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon, we'd kind of be a little less hard on you. It's a decent card now because we have a card like Harpie Chandler, but I feel if we didn't have Harpie Chandler, we wouldn't have seen Dragon at all, to be really honest with you. Outside of the Rec 7, but yeah, we wouldn't have had really much. And even with Tempest, it was still a real issue because Chandler would make her so 7 because you control Tempest or Lightning, or if you're running any of the elemental dragons, just in general, she'd become a 7. But like I said, it's a blessing and a curse for her to be a 7, but she can get her Harpie brethren. She can, well, sister, and she can get the dragons. And if you can utilize the board right, you can make Harpie's pet dragon and Harpie's head baby dragon optimal cards in the deck. So, all right, I've talked about them. Now let's go on to the others. Which I want to actually just combine the two. So Dragoonity Darkspear and Dragoonity Legionnaire. Dragoonity Darkspear and Elector, the Sovereign of Bird. Elector is a really good monster because Elector can negate stuff. He's a free summon similar to Cyber Dragon. If your opponent controls monsters, 2 or more monsters with the same attributes. So that's not too bad. Darkspear, 1, it's here because I can make it into Pixie. 2, I can pop it to special summon a winged beast from the graveyard. So that's not bad either. I get a tuner and I get a special summon. So, and with cards like Call Haunted, I can do both. So that's the monsters. On to the spells. Unless you're running a hybrid deck, you do not need to run more. You do not need to run less than 3 Hysteric Sign. You can pop it. You can search like an Egotist. I don't think there's much more to say about this card. No Harpie player should ever be told they should run this at 2, because that's dumb. You draw it, you can discard it. You have enough discard cards in this game to do that, and if you need to, you can run them. Phoenix Wing Blast, Raigeki Break. You have a Hysteric Party, which you can discard that off of. So, you can run your 3s of, and you get stuff back. And now we have a trap card with Harpie in its name, so we can get that too. 2, Harpie's Hunting Ground. 3 does become cloggy, but 3, just size the 3rd one in case you run into a heavy spell deck. Like myself, I'm running anti-spells, so in that case, it would be good to have the 3rd one in case you want to see it primarily faster than you normally would in game 2 or 3, as opposed to not seeing it. And of course, you can always side it in and out to make sure that you're not really seeing as much if you need to not see it that much. Other than that, of course, it just really just 200 additional attack and defense to winged beast monsters, and it turns your Harpies into MST, 1 or no more special summon. Oh, and with the corrections on the new ones, the simultaneous summon of Harpie Lady under Hunting Ground is counted as a 1 summon of Harpie Lady. So you can only destroy 1 spell or trap. If that was where it was multiple, that'd be completely broken, and would force you to pop your own spells and traps. So that's also why I'm glad they carefully ruled that. 1 Elegant Egotist, because we're not running that many targets for this card. Like I said, Queen, Chandler, Dancer, and Harpies are Harpie Lady. Water only on the board, so there's no need to run more than 1 of this. Your only main options are any 3 combination of Harpie Lady, the normal monster, Harpie, Cyber Harpie, Harpie Lady 1, Harpie Lady 2, and Harpie Lady 3. So you just pick whichever versions you want to run of and just go forth from there. Oh, and of course, Sign can pick it up, so from the hand or graveyard. So, 1 Divine Wind in Mist Valley, because I'm running the Harpie Dancer, so right not. If you see it early game, you see it early game. If you don't, you don't. I swap this card in and out between this or Soul Charge, just because I can see it. Sometimes I think even I've put both in the deck. So it's nice to see it. It does what it does when it needs to, and that's pretty much all I can say about Divine Wind. Raigeki and Dark Hole. Dark Hole's only, for the record, we don't have Feather Dusters, so you're not going to see it here, which is sad, but I would love to see it in the TCG. Maybe. Still crossing my fingers. Like all the hero players who want to see Shadows unbanned, that's not going to happen. So, if I don't get Feather Duster, they don't get Shadows. That's how I kind of see it. Raigeki and Dark Hole are just here to clear up the monsters. That's pretty much all they're here for. And just in case one doesn't do the job, the other one is here for it. So, for the traps, Triple Feather Storm, another card that I say you shouldn't run two of, as well as Triple Hysteric Party. Feather Storm negates your opponent's monster effects. I don't understand why people would ever want to run two of it. I'm just gonna address it. This whole cloggy thing, like, no, that it's been said, it's been done, and it's 2017. Get over it. People are gonna run multiples of this. And unless you're running hybrid, there shouldn't be a problem with running three of these either, because I'm pretty sure whatever hybrid that you're comboing it with doesn't have that many monsters or spells either, i.e., True Kings, because you're practically only running the Draco Phoenix or the Draco Sage, and at that point, you're probably only running one or two of those anyway, and probably two Diagram, two Apocalypse, and two of that one card that gives you the free tribute summon. I mean, other than that, three Hysteric Party, three Feather Storm. And actually, in some cases, if you don't feel comfortable running three three Hunting Ground, that's perfectly fine too, because I am running Call, so I just opt out for another target. That's pretty much why I'm running the two Call. But this is pretty much a Harpie lineup and a Harpie setup, and it's just ridiculous how it's gotten to a point where people are telling people that they shouldn't run a card because it's cloggy. There's a lot worse cards that you'd rather not draw than support cards from your own archetype. Two Anti-Spell Fragrance, because Anti-Spell Fragrance works well with Harpies. I chose to run this just because of the fact that I can set a Hunting Ground, set a couple of back row, flip this, and a heavy spell deck just has to sit there and cry. And it's going to be a lot of heavy spell decks, because I know Spellbooks will try to make another appearance now that they have their free draw two cards. So, yeah, we will be having this on standby. Two Call to Haunted, because Hysteric Party can get its dragons, and Elector and Dark Spear. You can get them as well. Especially Dark Spear if you want to make Ancient Pixie. Like, you'll pop it to get a Harpie and then activate Call to go get the dragon and then special summon it. Or you can activate the Call, pop the dragon again, and then get another Harpie. So, options. The one of Solemn and Torrential is just to deal with stuff. I could easily take out a Call, put in a Bottomless, still get the same result. So, unfortunately, they are still at one. Kind of glad they're still at one because it balances out. But I think it's time at this point to just put Torrential back at 2 and be done with it. Like, Compulse as well. And, like, it's too much stuff in this format, in this game right now, that just can't be targeted or can't be destroyed. So, cards like Compulse and stuff really don't factor. I also think that Raigeki should stay at 1 because that's just too overpowered if it's at multiples. Dark Hole isn't, because Dark Hole sucks. Dark Hole is a bad Raigeki. For the extra deck, I'm still rocking 2 Phantasmal Dragon, and Phantasmal is just the boss monster for the Harpie lineup. If we do get a new Harpie monster, I want it, if it's gonna go in the main deck, I want to do a combination of what Phantasmal does, and what Baby Dragon does, or maybe even in a sense, that's what Phantasmal does, but it also says Harpie monsters are unaffected by other card effects. So maybe that can be helpful as well. And I know another YouTuber talked about Harpies as well and said that would be a great addition to the game. A Harpie monster that says other Harpie cards are unaffected by card effects. So that'd be nice, especially in a combination with Phantasmal and Harpie's Pet Baby Dragon. So it is a little difficult to get Phantasmal, but when you run cards like Divine Wind, Hysteric Party, Harpie Chandler, Elegant Egotist, and Call now, if you decide to run Call, you can really easily get into 2 Dragon. I want to line up this next set of staples: Lightning Chidori, Castell, and Ice Beast Zero Fine. This is pretty much the staple setup for Harpies. The Winged Beast, outside Chidori, he's Thunder, but he's Wind. Chidori in a combination with Anti-Spell, can send stuff back to the deck. Castell, you can book stuff, set up for Chidori. Chidori can send it away, or Castell can send the card into the deck, but he'll shuffle it into the deck. ISV05 can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. Then for each face-up card on the board, which includes your cards, she'll gain 300 attack and defense for each of the cards that are on the field at the present time. And your opponent's stuff is negated till the end phase. Till your next standby phase. So, unless something new comes in and becomes a threat, IC05 is really good for helping you clear a lot of problems. In a sense. So I do like to keep her in here. Sometimes in some versions of Harpies I'll run multiples, but at this moment not now because of link format. So only one of. And I was also thinking of dropping Chidori when I get the link stuff, so I'll put into maybe one or two of the decode talkers. Or if I get a hand on Firewall Dragon, I can put a Firewall and a decode talker. So that's the four of them. Dinosaur Emerald and Cowboy. These are pretty much just level 4 staples, and even with link format, I think they'll still survive because they'll just help you replenish your deck in terms of Emerald and Cowboy, that last minute burn. So, because I am running Harpie's pet, I think it's only fair that Dracosac and Flare Metal hit the board. I know in her version, in the young lady's version, I think she was running Big Eye. So if I get the chance, I could probably drop Ouroboros and put in Big Eye. But I put in Ouroboros, since we're going to talk about him, I put in Ouroboros because of the fact that in case I don't want to get to Phantasmal, maybe I'm running the Summoner Monk, I can do Ouroboros instead, and I can discard a card from my opponent's hand, or banish a card in the graveyard, or return a card on the field if I feel it's a threat. So that's why Ouroboros is here. The Dragon, the Mecha Phantom Beast, and the Red Dice Flare are just here for really good targets for the Chandler into Harpie's Pet. Of course, Big Eye can make an appearance as well, Master Blades, and the Moth. I think it's number 72 or 74. The Deadly Moth. I can't remember its name, but the Moth I heard is pretty good too. So if I get the chance to get another Moth, I'll put it in here. Korgorgon, the Anti-Luminescent Knight. Really good for redirecting stuff and just protecting your own cards from being destroyed. Especially anti-spell, because you want his deck sign to be destroyed instead. You want to protect Hunting Ground, or your opponent's trying to do some Flute Duke stuff with it. On Effect Veiler, you can protect her. Protect your monsters from Veilers. And you can't protect them from XC, unfortunately. But Veiler is a good option. And then just stuff that targets in general. So, 101 and 106 are just here for the rank 4 spam. So that's why they're here. Don't really need to say much about them. And then Ancient Pixie, I know the OCG, she was playing the Red Eye. She was playing Pixie. Pixie isn't that bad. Although if I was sorry about that, guys. If I was running Ancient Fairy, I'd be running more tuners. But Ancient Pixie is just fine enough to where she can hit the board, you can activate and resolve Hunting Ground, pop a spell, draw a card. Pop a face-up card, draw a card. So she's not too bad. And she's a 2000 body, just like Ancient Fairy Dragon. Although I feel maybe if I had the room, I'd put both in here. Ancient Fairy and Ancient Pixie. Then I can exceed, make Dracosax and Big Eyes. And stuff like that. So that's pretty much it that I want to go over with this. Like I said, the other video is posted if you guys want to check out that deck profile, and of course many more. I'll try to get this structure deck situation sorted out so that I can have a proper version of Harpies and links for you guys. So with that said, I want to wrap up the video here. Like, comment, subscribe. And until next time, you guys, this is HPJ signing out. Take care, everyone.